Everybody go.
Good evening.
Good evening. Everybody go. Okay, 1 minute to go. And we are doing Facebook Live now.
Okay.
Let's do it a little early. All right, it's 9 o'clock. So, Mike, we're ready. Rhea, please.
Are we ready?
Yeah, Rhea, you're mute now. Rhea?
Yes, yes.
Okay, right. Yes,
okay.
Mike.
Good evening, Asia. On behalf of Victor Yu in Taipei, Andrew Sebastian in Kuala Lumpur, I'm Mike Lu here in Manila. Welcome to Beyond Birding, episode 14 here on the Asian Bird Fair Online Talk. Our guest speaker tonight is from my home country, the Philippines. Her name is Rhea Santillan from the Philippine Initiative for the Conservation of Environment and the People. Her topic is Ridge to Reef Conservation in Northern Panay. Hello, good evening, Rhea.
Hello, good evening, Sir Mike. Good evening,
How are you
everyone.
there in Panay?
50-50. 50 okay, 50. Yeah, because of this pandemic situation.
Well, we're all excited to hear about what you are doing there in Panay. You know, as you know, from island to island, the Philippines is so rich. There's so many endemics out there that we have not seen yet. So please tell us about your conservation program.
Okay.
You can start your presentation now. You can start your presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You see it, Sir Mike?
No.
Yeah, we see the screen of your computer, but you need to open your presentation. Rhea, is there any problem?
Yeah.
Have you opened your PowerPoint?
Anyway, Mike.
Chuck, could you please help?
Yeah, Rhea, maybe you open the other window. I see your PowerPoint is open in one of the tabs below. Maybe you shared the other window. You are sharing the Windows Explorer screen right now. So maybe it's the other one. It's the PowerPoint. There. Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, and full screen, please.
Start slideshow from the beginning. Yeah, the screen is minimized.
Take it easier, yeah. It's okay. Here we have friends from, oh, okay.
Do you see it now, Sir Mike?
You
No.
need to select the other screen, the other window. Right now, it's showing the window for Windows Explorer.
Huh?
When you click share screen, there should be an option for the Microsoft PowerPoint.
I can hear them, but the slide is they don't see the slide.
We can only see the Explorer window.
They only see the Explorer window though. Ano nangyari? It's okay already.
You have to select the other screen. Screen share the other screen, the other window.
Rhea, before you share your screen, you open your presentation first, then share. So you may do it again.
Share.
All right?
Tapos, double click.
Yeah, you stop sharing.
Advanced sharing.
Yeah, you stop sharing, then open your file, then share.
Advanced. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Now you see it?
Yeah, first you stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Yes.
Okay. Stop sharing.
You first stop sharing,
Hmm.
then
Open the
open
file.
your file, open your PowerPoint. Open your PowerPoint first. Okay. If it's open, then you share screen.
Balik ka sa kanila. Dun sa meeting. Sa meeting room. Screen share. Tapos, share. Share.
Okay, now we see it. Very good. Okay,
Sorry.
let's go.
Then maximize the screen.
Slideshow. Start slideshow.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Okay.
I am Rhea Santillan. I'm working in an NGO, Philippine Initiative for Conservation of Environment and the People Incorporation, formerly Philippine Endemic Species Conservation Project for 15 years. And at the same time, by contract, currently working with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources as Forest Park Ranger of the Northwest Panay Peninsula and the Central Panay Mountain Range, and a volunteer as Wildlife Enforcement Officer for 11 years. We have the office of the NGO based here in Baybay, Pandan, Antique here in the Philippines. As you can see, I put here the email address and the contact number. Before that, I would like to say thank you so much for the opportunity given by Mr. Mike Lu, who contacted me to give a short talk in this group of bird watchers. I'm very lucky to meet you all, even in this way of virtual communication. So before anything else, I would like to introduce what is the NGO, the Philippine Initiative for Conservation of Environment and the people in corporation I am working with. The NGO is a non-governmental organization devoted to conservation on Panay Island. A part-time supported by FZS, the Frankfurt Zoological Society, supported by Mr. Erwin Ward Foundation, and in cooperation with the University of the Philippines. Here, Prof. Curio was being hired as visiting professor of the whole University of the Philippines, and also working in cooperation with the Bristol Zoological Society of UK. And as of now, we are, or ever since, we are enjoying the partnership through MOA with the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. The NGO, or our founder, Prof. Curio, established and constructed a Sibaliu Research Station in the middle of the forest of Northwest Panay Peninsula. Here, this is the place where our researchers, students from other countries like Ruhr University of Bochum, Germany, and Bristol Zoo, and some of the bird watchers already been here in this place. We call it Sibaliu Research Station.
Hi, Rhea. Can
Yes,
you
yes.
just press the start presentation button on the lower right side of your screen beside the resize slider, so we can see the slides in full?
Okay.
There beside that one.
That's one?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Here showing the map where is the Northwest Panay Peninsula located. The Northwest Panay Peninsula Natural Park with 12,000 hectare primary forest, most free from human influence. We called it virgin forest, or the jewels of Panay. This is known to be the world's richest hotspot of biodiversity in Panay. And biodiversity, the variety of life, plants, animals, fungi, etc. in an area. This is 46% of species in the Philippines are found only here and nowhere else. Here are some pictures of the endangered and critically endangered species that we can find here in the natural park. The Visayan spotted deer, the Visayan directed hornbill, warty pig, the Walden's hornbill. This bird, the Walden's hornbill, is really the first target bird of those group of bird watchers that visited here that I arranged to. Also this Negros bleeding heart. If you can visit the Sibaliu, you will see this really in the wild. Panay monitor lizard, yeah, and this Rafflesia speciosa, the largest flower reported that we can find here in also in both CPMR and in PPNP. Another picture here, the English name with their local name and scientific names of these big five endangered species. The rainforest has large original parts. Primary virgin forest is barely changed and therefore precious and rare. This is worth saving. The place is really in good shape, and it's hard for the farmers to go up there. So it see the global benefit: protection of the species, rich forest as Jen reserved. We have 3,000 species, and reforestation of the water sink, rescue of endangered species like Panay endemics from extinction, stable climate for the natural buffer, and protection from erosion and landslides. I would like to present some problems that we encounter. From 1990 versus 1999 is here 1% primary lowland rainforest is left on Panay Island because of threatened forest ecosystem. The destructions of this biodiversity by human is alarming. It's like here, show the burning, landslides and erosions, kaingin farming. Some are doing for charcoal making. This is the picture sample of the deforestation. Charcoal for heating or cooking. They're cutting trees for the charcoal. Slash and burn agriculture at beaches and the rainforest. Timber for illegal furniture and boat hulls. They're cutting trees to make boat hulls. Those are our rangers during their operations. Also here, some pictures took from Boracay Island. This ambulant store selling this souvenirs. It's made of from parts of our endemic wildlife. Here, like example here, the beak of the hornbill, skulls of the monkeys, the macaques. They're catching those endangered wildlife for fun. Endangered animals are decimated, populations decline because of what they are doing. But our rangers are not stopping. They don't stop doing their work. Here, you can see the picture, they are dismantling the traps, those ropes that were installed intentionally to catch those warty pigs. This big tree with hole is it shows the where the dulungan or tariktik is nesting of breathing. Philincon projects. So we have wildlife enforcement, hiring of forest park rangers. As of now, we have 15 forest park rangers. I'm very thankful to the DNR that we are hired for 12 months. Yeah, only until December this year. Countermeasures of Philincon, protection of the last forest, near 8% of Panay along their unique wildlife species are often at the brink of extinction and considered to be a priority among all, and other measures of conservation. So important ways to protect nature, the law enforcement by forest rangers. Here, those are our rangers. This is also the picture of kaingin farming. They cut all those trees in exchange that they wanted to convert it into ginger plantation, bananas, and root crops. These are the snares or the traps that were dismantled during the operation. The roles or the work of our forest rangers, they patrol the forest, confiscate illegal cut timber, chainsaws, and even guns that they used for hunting. The removed animal traps like snares. Assist the nest wardens with validation and rescue and retrieve lost people. We even do the rescue of illegal pets and sea turtles. These birds of babies were turned over to us from a concerned citizen from one of the barangay in Central Panay mountain range. We also do the tree planting, help in reforestation, help during and after catastrophes like typhoon, and we even do cleanups or coastal cleanup. This picture is this was during the orientation of wildlife enforcement officers in the DNR. This is how you can see how our rangers work, the actual work of the rangers. Even they're tired, you see they keep on smiling. Shows all these traps. Yeah, we have confiscated 52 air guns that were being used in hunting. We destroyed it. lately we intercept 6 hunters in the Northwest Panay Peninsula. 6 of them with rifles and with this call it the dogs with them inside in PPNP. We turned over those rifles to the PNP for them to file a legal case against those hunters. One of the project of the Philincon is also rescue and rehab. Here, he is Professor Curio, the founder and scientific advisor of the NGO. But sad to say, he passed away just last year of September. With him is Dr. Sanchez, our project veterinarian. And the other picture showing the flight cage where we are putting or admitting those birds who are ready to release. We transfer here from other cages, we transfer it here in the flight cage to train them how far or how high they can fly when they are already released to the wild. Picture of a grandmother during her turnover of the bird, and also this grass owl that was also turned over to us. Here, a couple dulungan or the Rhabdotorinos hornbill. You can see this is the previous picture took from Sibaleo facility. But at the moment, we only have one left there and a couple of Visayan Tarctic hornbill. Yeah. This is how we prepare foods for them. The mix of ripe papayas, bananas, apples, and also we are collecting wild fruits to mix in it, and also we are breeding white mice. I mean, sorry, white mice, and the babies of the mite mice, we are harvesting it once a week and mix it in their food as serve as their protein. Here, example of how the dulungan, the Rhabdotorinus waldeni, they are called the farmer of the forest. So we have this nest gardening scheme that we really hope to be a sustainable program ever since Professor Curio wanted to, because protecting them is a really big help. We don't need to go deep in the forest to do the tree planting, but we will just protect them and they will be the one to go and plant inside those forest. This is the Visayan Tarctic hornbill. This one is female and the male. Usually the male is more colorful than the female. The same with these gulungan, if you can see. Here is also previous pictures took from the facility in Sibaliu Research Station. They were already released back to the wild. The grass owl that were turned over to us by a concerned citizen for proper check of our veterinarian, and later was released back to the wild. Here, the Brahmini kites. Before, we also have this cloud rat in our Mag-aba Rescue Center, and also this we have 3 rescue centers, one in Sibaliu, one in Mag-aba. In Mag-aba, all are those raptors, and one in Bulanao. We don't only protect our endangered species in the forest, but also we do it in our marine area, coastal area. Here, we released the rescued sea turtle only last September 2020. The latest was I released one the other day due to the heavy rain and big waves of Typhoon Dante. We rescued also one and we released it back. Reforestation. We do the nurseries. We are planting both native and fruit trees. So we use them during our tree planting activities. We even donating some seedlings like to the local government unit or the police if they are asking us for the seedlings. So we are happy to share pictures during the tree planting activity. Also the tree planting activity. The alternative livelihood projects of the NGO. We do this poultry, the hog racing. In exchange to, we do it like we are giving pigs to the farmers whose the source of income are relying to the forest resources. So to help them refrain from going up there, we are giving them this one example of the livelihood. We do also the planting of cacao and coffee, the assorted vegetables, banana and ginger plantation. Other project is the education. We also doing the school information education. I used to go to some schools, especially in the elementary levels and high school, to give some talk about amazing wildlife and the rainforest. We also go to have a dialogue in the community to here in the community. This is the place where almost the stakeholders are member of the indigenous people. Research station in Sibalio. Here. If you are going to come and visit, group of birdwatchers will be staying here. Yeah, we have this room, our dining table, the kitchen. We have 8 rooms available to sleep over. And you have also some books or notes where you can borrow and get some informations. Here is our mini, the washing area. We have very fresh, overflowing water up there, free. Yeah. Our station staff, our caretakers who are caring our wildlife there, feeding them, taking care of our station staff, station house, and these 3 are our previous students, researchers, and volunteers from Ruhr University, students of Professor Curio. With this measure of support, Philincon strives to help people in Panay Island to maintain the remnant forest and their wildlife as a fundamental and indispensable part of the sustainable economic development of the region. The Philincon teams would like to here our office is located. Sad to say, as we talked earlier, the location of the office is under granular lockdown, so we are enjoying the work from home mode this time. Meet the group of forest rangers, the park rangers. Yeah, some volunteer and Philincon members. During the tree planting activity. Yeah, just like to acknowledge the Board of Trustees, volunteer members, forest rangers, wildlife rehab staff, nest guards, volunteers, also the community conservationist. Picture of Professor Curio. And Mr. Suarez, our project manager, who is now based in Germany. The Philincon Germany team. Some supporters over the years of the NGO. The Wild Bird Club of the Philippines, headed by Sir Mike Lu. Thank you so much. Yeah. Only after the last tree has been cut and only after the last river. Yeah. Sorry. Find money cannot be eaten. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rhea. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Just please stop sharing now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good story, and you can see people working very hard there for conserving the nature, saving the forest. Thank you. And Mike, yes, you go first.
Okay. We have a question from Gwenso. She's asking if is there an increase in poaching during the pandemic compared to pre-pandemic?
Yes, sir, Mike. It increased due to the pandemic situation. Example, last operation that I've been with a group, with a team, we interviewed those hunters that we intercept. The explanation, according to them, they didn't do it before, but because of what happened or their livelihood was being affected, they were working in Boracay Island, and now the Boracay is closed, so they don't have choice. They go up there and just whatever they can get from the forest. But still, that's why we did the dialogue to their respective barangay together with their barangay captains and some other stakeholders to explain to them that what they are doing is really call it, destructing
Illegal.
our forest. Yeah, it's illegal.
So the main reason is that they're hunting for food. Is that right?
Yeah, hunting for food.
Or are they
and
selling the
all
wildlife?
they are also selling it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like for example of the warty pigs that they hunt, they sell the meat.
Oh, I was curious about the picture you showed where you have animal byproducts in the souvenir stores.
Yeah.
Are these stores just on the road for everyone to buy? Like, are there any government officials who are not arresting these people?
No, actually, we reported that to the community environment natural resource officer in Boracay, because we took those pictures in Boracay.
Oh, okay.
That was in an ambulant store, actually. And when we came and checked, they were already been out of the area.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a question from Paul Carignon. Carignon, yes, you will speak now.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you. Rhea, good evening. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. I really love the slides you presented, especially those threatened species that were recorded in your site.
Thank you,
Now,
sir.
my next question is simply, do you have plans after the project will end? Normally, the funds will be running out and the funders will stop funding you guys, as per my experience here also. So do you have any sustainable mechanisms that you have already in place or planned in your site so that your communities will continue the initiatives that you've started and you have underwent already?
Hello, Sir Paul. Thank you so much. Actually, what you are questioning me now is what we are currently experiencing because of the lack of funds that are, yeah, I don't want to trying to be emotional. Sorry, yeah. So
Yeah, the
because
same here.
mm,
We have the same problem. So what we did, as just for me to share our experience here, it's really sad when the funders stopped funding us. So what we did here, like our wardens already were not supported every month, and it's really hard, and they will blame us after we employ them. So right now we identified rainforestation as a technology, right? We already
yes,
have that as one of our initiatives, but that is not enough. So
yes,
we are planting, we encourage our farmers to plant abaca instead. I think the Philippine Fiber Industry Development Authority can help you, because
wow,
what we are doing right now is to continuously provide our farmers revenues. Otherwise, they will return back to hunting and selling or
yes,
poaching of wildlife species, because these threatened species are really, really costly when you sell it in the
yes,
market. So
yeah,
in order for our farmers and our forest rangers to continuously do their job, is to have a sustainable type of livelihood that can help them. So in your site, as I have seen it, it's almost typically similar to Negros.
mm,
I would suggest that we could work together, particularly in developing non-timber forest products for your livelihood program,
wow,
because this can initially provide not just additional livelihood, but it
the
can also help
sustainable,
in our forest restoration initiatives.
yeah,
So if we could somehow link together, I can bring some of my farmers to your place and show them, show also to your farmers how we do it and how we can work together, because
wow,
I understand that Iloilo is
yeah,
also promoting abaca planting in
yes,
Panay. So
correct,
perhaps we can link with each other and achieve more possibilities of getting more fibers out of our initiatives, because right now abaca is um, a commodity that has
yeah,
a lot of opportunities.
yes,
So it has so many byproducts that we can develop, and it is environment friendly for one, and it can help promote forest restoration at the same time. May it be in a protected area or in a public land, for instance. So hopefully, if we may be able to work together, I will help you also in developing this kind of livelihood, so that our farmers in your area or in your NGO will be provided.
yeah. Thank you so much, Sir Paul. I hope I can have your contact number or email address so we can, yeah,
Yes,
talk
sure.
about this.
I will
Yeah,
ask for your email with Sir Mike. Possibly he can share your email address. Actually, I'm on this link, so I'm also readily available through Facebook.
wow. Thank you so much, Sir Paul, in
So we can
advance.
start communicating.
Yeah,
Yes, I know si Bali on your organization Philincon, because Dr. Dr.
Curio.
Eberhard Curio was one of my advisors.
Wow. Where are you connected now, Sir Paul?
He helped me a lot in the formulation of my paper also for the Negros Bleeding Heart region. Anyway, hopefully we can link with each other in time.
Yes, looking forward for that, Sir Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Paul, for sharing your story with us. Could you let us know where do you come from in the Philippines? Hi, Paul. Who's freezing?
Oh.
David's, yeah, internet connection
We lost
problem.
Yeah, we lost him. Guess he'll come back later.
Okay.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah, hi, Paul. But anyway, we'll ask him later. You've shown us some of beautiful photos of the hornbills. Could you tell us, what's the best season to see them, and how do we get there?
Starting from the month of February to June, you can arrange your visit.
And how do we go to your place from Manila?
From Manila, you can fly to via Calibo Airport or Caticlan Airport. I used to arrange or organize the visit of some of the bird watchers who've been here. From Calibo or Caticlan, I have to arrange a van for them. They will just give me their dates of visit, so I can arrange also for them where they can stay overnight before prior their visit to the forest. Actually, there are 3 main targets. They are visiting Sir Victor, one in Sibalio for the Negros Bleeding Heart, one in Sebaste in Alegre for the Dulungan for the Walden's Hornbill, and one is in Mount Machiaas for the Panay Striped Bubbler.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And do you promote bird watching tours in your place?
Pardon?
Do you promote bird watching tours in your place? Do you promote or operate bird watching tours in your place?
Yeah, nah.
You know what I mean? Are there many bird watchers in your place?
Bird watchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly bird watchers are coming here from Europe, London. Very seldom the Filipinos. They're from outside the countries.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have a question from Mike. Yes, Mike, please.
Well, actually, it's an answer to your question. Paul Carino is based in Valencia, Negros Oriental. If you remember, we had the Philippine Bird Festival in Dumaguete City. Yeah. Paul was one of our hosters.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sir Paul.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Ma'am Ray.
Are you familiar with the ADF?
Which one?
ADF, the Antique Development Foundation.
Not so much.
Because what you are proposing, the project that you are proposing now is what they are also doing.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Maybe we can help you in terms of technology and technical assistance, perhaps. And then we can ask for the regional director of Region 6 to have facilitate you also if you embrace abaca farming as a means for livelihood. And then there's some other non-timber forest products that maybe we can also utilize if ever. So for fiber products alone, we have so many varieties of plants that we can also utilize. For now, we are using abaca because it is endemic in the Philippines and it can readily survive in our forests or even in our secondary forests. So we target conservation, but at the same time, we also provide livelihood or food for our farmers. Otherwise, our conservation efforts will just be finished right after the project duration. Just like now, we also suffer the same. So it's really hard.
Thank you, Paul. And
I'm with
Scott,
you,
please.
Mama.
Thank you. Yes, Scott.
Yeah, I just was wondering, kind of Victor's question, this is similar to his. Do you have like local guides for bird watching? Because if there's bird watching, maybe the local people need more employment opportunity. Do they have bird watching guides among the local people or that kind of activity?
Yeah. Yes, Sir Scott. We have the local guides from the respective barangays, and we also arrange porters from that barangay also.
Thank you.
Barangays are small, are villages.
Village, yeah.
There was just a typhoon, did it cause any damage in your place? Rhea?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that there was just a typhoon.
Typhoon.
Typhoon
Choyuan. Did it bring any damage to your village?
This latest typhoon?
Yes.
You mean the Dante?
It's just 2 days ago, I guess.
Yes.
No,
2 or 3 days ago. No?
Not so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Before we're having more questions, let's take a group photo first. Okay,
yeah.
Nice. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, ready for the group photo? Oh, Richard, you look very cute. You look cute, man.
Hey, Richard. Yeah, nice hat.
Alakaki-san. Where is your beer, Alakaki-san? Okay, Marty. Hello.
Yeah, I finished already.
Okay.
Okay.
Marty.
Davis and Thomas. Davis.
Hey, Davis. Davis is Herbert's son.
Oh.
Hey, Davis. All right. Anyway, Thomas. Okay, guys, look here. Look at the camera and smile. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go. Any questions for Rhea?
One last question.
One last question
from me.
Okay.
Rhea, what else do you how else can people from outside Panay help your organization?
At the moment, Sir Mike, we are starting because of the financial status that was being told us honestly by our funder or sponsor from Germany, that I think we only have until this end of quarter. So we are starting now to accept members. Well, one way of fund we are accepting volunteer members. If you want to become a member, I can send you the form.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us
and we really
also,
encourage to become a member first before coming to visit and do the bird watching.
Good. Okay. Let us send me the information so I can share with the members of the bird club here in the Philippines.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or maybe someday, you know, NRBCP can have a bird fair in your village.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Yes, I
ladies and
agree.
gentlemen.
Thank you,
For
everyone.
joining with us. Thank you, Rhea, again.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Mike, who's our
Yes.
next speaker next week?
Next week is episode 15 of Beyond Birding, and our speaker is Julio Acosta of El Salvador. Julio is here with us tonight.
Where?
Hi, Julio.
Hi, Julio.
Hello.
Good to see you. So we are looking forward to watching you speak next week. Okay. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today.
Yeah.
And have a nice weekend. Thank you, Rhea, again. Thank you for the beautiful story.
Thank you, everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Good
Rhea.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody across
Bye,
the world.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.